After NBA 2K23, they said 6'9" demigods would never be a thing again, and man were they wrong. This 6'9" demigod ISO build gets a 93 driving dunk and 80 vertical, which grants you gold posterizer and some of the best contact dunk animations in the entire game, an 89 mid-range and 86 3-point rating, which gives you gold set shot specialist with a 7-foot wingspan, a 91 perimeter defense so you can be your very own lockdown defender, a maxed out ball handling and speed with ball rating that not only guarantees you'll have the best possible dribble moves, but also means you unlock the best speed boost available for 6'9" builds that I'm gonna reveal to y'all later in this video. And on top of all that, you also get a maxed out speed and nearly maxed out agility, so you're doing all of this as fast as possible. And y'all, that's before we use our max +2 to get Hall of Fame lightning launch and our max +1 to get Hall of Fame set shot specialist on a 6'9" build with a 7-foot wingspan. Yeah, this build's gonna be insane. What's good, Simply Squad? It's your boy Build Guru Grinding, and we got two versions of this build to cover. So real quick, if you want NBA 2K26 for free, all you have to do is subscribe with notifications on and comment down below what height build you want me to showcase next. I'll be choosing the NBA 2K26 giveaway winner in tomorrow's video, so make sure anytime you see a noti, you click it super fast. Now y'all, like I said, there is two versions of this build. The first version is the one in the intro that is a normal 6'9" ISO build with high driving dunk, high defense, maxed out playmaking, and very high shooting. The second version of this build is what I like to call a true demigod, meaning it has a little bit of everything, including a 92 offensive rebound and an 84 strength for legend strong handles. So whether you prefer strength or not, you're gonna leave this video with a build you absolutely love. So let's get started on version number 1. This build is going to be a 6'9" small forward. The reason for that is a small forward gets a higher max weight potential, so that's why we're going with that position. And for this first build, we're going to go 188 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan. And the first thing we're going to max out is our mid-range to an 89. That is going to give us gold set shot specialist, which we're going to use our max +1 on to get Hall of Fame set shot specialist on a 6'9" ISO build. I'm not sure if y'all have peeped gameplay that people have released, but shooting over people is 100% back in this game. So yeah, the fact that you have such a high midi on a tall build is gonna be absolutely lethal, especially paired with the Hall of Fame set shot specialist. After that, we're also gonna spend some attributes to make our 3-point rating in 86 as well. The only reason we're doing that is because it is a pure green window this year, and what people are confusing with this is, oh, I'm gonna be able to green every single shot. No, what that actually means is that shooting is gonna be pretty difficult in the start of the year. You gotta understand, 2K's not gonna give us a pure green window and make the green window extremely easy to hit. So to make sure that we can knock down threes consistently, whether you ISO or you take screens with this build, we're also gonna have an 86 3-point rating. After that, we're gonna max out our ball handle to an 80. I'm really glad we hit that threshold on this build. That's gonna unlock a ton of dribble moves for us, and we're gonna match that with a 75 speed with ball for silver lightning launch, and also barely unlocking what people are hypothesizing as the best dribble style for tall guards, which is Zach LaVine. The reason people are saying this is the best dribble style for tall guards is you can speed boost out of this move every single time. So being able to speed boost on a 6'9" build with a 7-foot wingspan that has a super high driving dunk, yeah, yes please, I will definitely take that. And speaking of super high driving dunk, we might have went a little overkill on this build because we have a 93 driving dunk, giving us Hall of Fame aerial wizard and gold posterizer. Now I want you to keep in mind that we have this high of a driving dunk when you see the finished build and all the attributes that we unlocked. Just knowing that if you really wanted to, you could go down to an 89 driving dunk and a 78 vertical and get even more attributes on this build should get you super excited. But me, I saw how good Giannis was with just a 91 driving dunk and an 80 something vertical, and I'm not gonna lie, I want to see how OP a 93 driving dunk is on a tall guard build this year, so I'm keeping it at a 93 and an 80 so we unlock a ton of contact dunk animation. After that, we're gonna upgrade our perimeter defense to a 91 and our steal to a 79. What that does is give us access to gold on-ball menace, gold pick dodger, and Hall of Fame off-ball pest. And the 79 steal is so we get silver glove and silver interceptor. Now I feel like this is a good time to mention that in the intro I only mentioned one max +1 and one max +2. You are gonna be able to unlock at least 2 max +1s and 2 max +2s on every single build this year. The reason I didn't mention the second one is because it might take a little bit of a grind, and you might not have access to them the first week of NBA 2K26 unless they're gonna give us 2 max plus 2s and 2 max plus 1s in the season pass and then make a third one available in the build specialization. I'm not sure if they were too clear on that. If y'all know any more information about that, let me know in the comments. But regardless, I made every single one of these community day builds with only 1 max plus 1 and 1 max plus 2 in mind, so no matter if you grind or not, these builds will be OP the second you make them. And one thing that I just found out today is that lightning launch is actually a tier 2 badge on 6'8" and taller builds, which is huge because what that means is you can use your second max plus 2 on a super good tier 1 badge. Whatever badge you want. It could be Posterizer, it could be Set Shot Specialist, it could be On Ball Menace. The point is that our guaranteed max plus 2 is now gonna go on a tier 2 badge, which means we can cook and put our second max plus 2 on a tier 1. You're gonna use 1 max plus 2 on Lightning Launch to get Hall of Fame Lightning Launch. You're gonna use 1 max plus 1 on Set Shot Specialist to get Hall of Fame Set Shot Specialist, which means you have Hall of Fame Lightning Launch and Hall of Fame Set Shot Specialist on a 6'9" ISO build already, and put our second max plus 2 on Hall of Fame On Ball Menace, Gold Interceptor, Gold Glove, Legend Pick Dodger. The possibilities are truly endless, and the thing I love about making builds like this is that it is so easy to tweak it to your playstyle any way you want. So here, let me show you. To finish out this build, we maxed out our speed at an 84 and we gave ourselves an 82 vertical. So this right here is our finished first version of the build. So if you wanted to tweak this and, for example, get Hall of Fame On Ball Menace and Hall of Fame Pick Dodger, all you'd have to do is lower your driving dunk to an 89 and lower your vertical to a 78, and you could raise your perimeter defense all the way to a 94 or a 95, turning you from an elite finisher to a good finisher, and then in return turning you from a great defender to an elite defender. Just something for you to keep in mind. If you see a change that you're gonna make, please let everyone know in the comments so they could chime in and we could all together make the perfect build for y'all. Now if you decide to make this first version of the build, you get the build name 2-way 3-level score. Not a fan of the build name, pretty generic, and you can see on the strength it says that we're an elite finisher. We can guard the best offensive player on the court, aka be our very own lockdown defender. Our 1 dribble pull-up is good, which if y'all know my lore is a crazy strength to have. 1 dribble pull-up like I'm Joe Knows, y'all remember that one? And is a lights out catch and shoot threat. And for our weaknesses, it says that we're not going to get a lot of blocks because we didn't upgrade our block rating, and we're going to get out muscled in physical matchups. And that is where version number 2 of this build comes in if you want strength. So for our second version for this build, we're still going to be a small forward. Our height's going to be 6'9". Our weight this time is going to be 218 pounds, and our wingspan is going to be a massive 7'3". The reason for that is because we're going to be upgrading rebounding on this build and become a true demigod that can literally do it all. So because of our now higher wingspan, our 3-point rating is going to be capped out at an 80, but in return we get a 92 offensive rebound, which is going to give us gold box out beast and gold rebound chaser. We get an 85 steal and 85 perimeter defense, giving us gold interceptor and pretty much every defensive badge on silver. We're also going to get an 84 strength for the badge Hall of Fame strong handle, which if y'all watched the quick play gameplay yesterday, Giannis was absolutely manhandling people with this badge. So yeah, I'm really excited that we unlocked this one. We can even unlock it on legend if we use our max plus 1, but we'll cover that in a second. And then finally, to finish out the build, we're gonna have an 89 driving dunk and a 78 vertical to unlock all the pro contact dunks. So what are the pros and cons of going this version over the other version? Starting with the pros, you actually unlock rebounding in strength, so you can be a rebounding threat for your team even if you're not playing the center position. Y'all gotta remember, we have an 80 ball handle on this build. We are not playing popper. We are most likely playing either a double ISO lineup or 2 ISO guards and then a center on the 3s. If you're playing the 5, you're just playing a pure small forward role, someone who could do everything, kind of like LeBron James. With this build, you have virtually 0 weakness. You have enough defensive ratings to guard your man with ease. You actually have a block rating, so you unlock chase down. You can get chase down blocks on fast breaks or on backdoor cuts. You still have a high speed and agility, especially for a 6'9" build with a 7'3" wingspan. I don't think y'all fully understand how huge this player is. And finally, you still have a maxed out ball handle, so you still unlock all the best dribble moves in the game for 6'9" builds. All of them except the best dribble style in the game, which is rumored to be Zach LaVine. That is because with the extra weight you have, your speed with ball now goes down to a 72. So please keep that in mind if you decide to make a build that has high strength. You might actually opt into lowering your weight until you get a 75 speed with ball, and then just keeping whatever strength is left over, like a 78 or 79, and rocking gold strong handles instead of Hall of Fame. The reason I'm showing y'all this version of the build with a 72 speed with ball is because we don't know that Zach LaVine is the best dribble style for sure yet. All all we know is that it's very strong. There might be one with a lower rating that is just as strong. But anyways, for max plus 2s and max plus 1 on this build, a guaranteed max plus 2 is lightning launch for gold lightning launch, and a guaranteed max plus 1 is going to be on set shot specialist for gold set shot specialist. Now for your other two, depending on the tierings, you could put it on your rebounding, either get Hall of Fame or Legend rebounding badges, put it on your defense for either gold or Hall of Fame defensive badges, or if you're feeling really crazy, you could put it on your posterizer for gold or Hall of Fame posterizer. I wouldn't recommend putting on your posterizer though, because that is what you're gonna put your cap breakers on once you unlock them, so you're automatically gonna have gold posterizer as it is. And y'all, the builder was so confused on what to say for weaknesses for this build. When you make this build, you get the build name two-way bulldozing putback pro. Yeah, I have no idea what that means either, bro. It just seems like they put a bunch of adjectives and then put pro at the end. But you can see you get an A offensive rebound, an A- driving dunk, a B+ perimeter defense, and your strengths are you're good at dunking, you're an elite wing defender, and you are a physically imposing wing. AKA you are a literal big threat that nobody wants to deal with because you're a mismatch at every single position with your strength, wingspan, and speed. You're too big to be guarded by guards, and you're too fast to be guarded by centers. And your only weakness is that you often miss mid-range shots because you have a 70 mid-range. Thank you, 2K. I didn't know that one. Now, y'all, if you made it to this point in the video, I need y'all to let me know which build are you rocking with more, the traditional tall ISO build that we usually make, or the strength build with high offensive rebound. Me personally, I don't like going strength on my build, so I'm rocking with the first version, but I wanted to give y'all the second version because I truly think there's a lot of potential there to make an actual demigod build. It might take a little tweaking. You might want to get a 75 speed with ball, so you get Zach LaVine and have the ability to get Hall of Fame lightning launch instead of gold. So if you want that and you want to keep 84 strength, just keep in mind that you're probably gonna have to lower your wingspan from 7'3" to around 7 foot. And if you do that, you could probably also increase some of your shooting badges all at the same time, making it an even more imposing demigod build. Trust me, when the game comes out, I'm gonna be messing with this a ton. But I wanted to give y'all this template now so you can start labbing a week in advance. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. Let me know what you think about the builds. And again, 1,000 likes and I'll drop another build video, this time being a center build. Thank y'all so much for watching. I love you all. And as always, keep grinding.